I mean, no one's gonna eat your eyes. All we wanna do is eat your brains. We're at an impasse here. Maybe we should compromise. If you open up the door, we'll all come inside and eat your brains.
Sean, dinner time! Brains!
Oh, no.
But wait, we've got to dissect it first.
Rawr.
So look at the different colors, aren't those cool? Basically, they're the different lobes of the brain. You know a good way to remember it? Freud took his pants off.
Freud took his pants off?
Yep, Freud took his pants off. You got Freud, the frontal lobe, took the temporal lobe, his pants, the parietal lobe, off the occipital lobe, right back here. Freud took his pants off. First we have the occipital lobe, right back here. It's the main visual center. What's interesting is if things get confused, you can start mixing senses. For example, synesthesia, when you start seeing sounds. If you have a skull, and you shine a light right through there into the back, it'll point right to the occipital lobe.
The occipital lobe?
Yep, the occipital lobe right here. Do you want a taste? There we go. Oh, yum, yum, yum. Look at that.
Oh, no.
The next lobe is the parietal lobe. This is the home of the somatosensory cortex, which gives you a good idea of what's happening around you. You also get these one-sided patients who don't have a clue what's happening to one side of their body, and they're totally sideblind. For instance, I don't even know what's happening on my left side.
The parietal lobe?
Do you want a taste of the parietal lobe, little zombie?
Oh, no.
Here we go. Cutting it right off the top of the brain here. Yeah, there we go. Yum, yum, yum. The next is the temporal lobe, and one of its functions among many is understanding language. You have Wernicke's area, and when that gets ruined, you have Wernicke's aphasacs, who just don't understand the word they're saying.
The temporal lobe?
Here, Sean, you cut it off this time. This blue part right there. Delicious. And right over here. Awesome. The final lobe we have is the frontal lobe, right up here in front. This one is in charge of all higher thought, including decision-making, attention, and part of language processing.
The frontal lobe?
Absolutely. Here we go. Let's cut off this last lobe. That'll make a nice yummy treat for us later. Oh, yeah. The next part is the brain stem. This entire structure right here is part of the brain stem. It's in charge of basic functions like breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure. Right here is the medulla, and it connects the brain stem to the rest of the body.
The brainstem?
Next part is the cerebellum. You can peel it away right here. Yeah, there we go. This is involved in automatic movement, sequence learning, and balance.
The cerebellum?
So I'm going to munch on the cerebellum for a while, and then we can talk about the pons, okay? Next little piece we have in here is the pons. One of the functions, most basic functions in the entire brain, one of them is sleep.
The pons?
The next part of the brain is the corpus callosum.
A corpse called awesome?
No, silly, the corpus callosum. It's a huge bundle of fibers that runs between the right and left brain and sends information between the two. Unfortunately, when the fibers are severed, there's serious problems because the right brain can't communicate with the left brain, and the left brain doesn't know what the right brain's doing. The next part of the brain is the limbic system. Right the other side, you have the hippocampus. The limbic system as a whole is responsible for emotions, memory, and body response to odors.
The limbic system.
On this part of the limbic system, you have the hippocampus, which is greatly responsible for memory. Some people have suffered such damage to their hippocampus that they can't remember anything.
Who are you?
Yeah, I'll tell you later. The final part of our brain is the hypothalamus in the limbic system. Among other things, it takes information from all sorts of parts of the brain and brings it together. It also dictates hunger.
And I plan on eating you slowly. All we wanna do is eat your brains. We're not unreasonable. I mean, no one's gonna eat your eyes. All we wanna do is eat your brains. We're at an impasse here. Maybe we should compromise.